tayo ng Math-aral. Sa Math, walang maiiwan. Math-sayang Math-aral tayo ng Math-tuto, upang ika'y umasenso. Maging matyaga, maging matalino, halina Math-aral na tayo. Maging matyaga, maging matalino, halina Math-aral na tayo. Halina Math-aral na tayo. Halina Math-aral na tayo. Halina, 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 aral na tayo.
Isang math-sayang hapon po sa inyong lahat, lalong-lalo na sa ating mga mandunong kids at sa kanilang mga home learning partners. At syempre, sa aking mga kapwa mathematics teachers. Ako po, si Mrs. Janet Manuel from Hulo Integrated School. I will be your math buddy for this week. Handa na ba kayong makinig at matuto, mga kids? Samahan niyo ako sa ating lessons for this week. Welcome again to Project SOAR, series of online academic reviews on mathematics CLAID learning modules. Today, we will discuss the topics in Mathematics 5, Quarter 4, Week 3. The topic of our lesson is all about finding the volume of a cube and rectangular prism using appropriate units. Objectives for our topic are: number 1, finds the volume of a given cube and rectangular prism using cubic centimeter and cubic meter. Number 2, estimates and uses appropriate units of measure for volume. Number 3, solves routine and non-routine problems involving volume of a cube and rectangular prism in real-life situations using appropriate strategies and tools. Let us review first the previous lesson by answering some exercises. Change the following units as indicated. Number 1. 5 million cubic centimeter is equal to how many cubic meters? Yes, it is 5 cubic meters. Number 2. 9,000 cubic centimeters is equal to how many cubic meters? Correct. It's 9,000 cubic meters. Number 3. 12 cubic meters is equal to how many cubic centimeters? Very good. It's 12 million cubic centimeters. How about number 4? 819 liters is how many cubic centimeters? Good job! It is 819,000 cubic centimeters. Number 5. 45,000 cubic centimeters is equal to how many liters? Good job! It's 45 liters. Let us review now visualizing volume. How many cubic units are there in this cube? Yes, there are 8 cubic units because it has 2 layers of 2 by 2. Next, how many cubic units does this rectangular prism have? Yes, it has 24 cubic units because it has 4 rows of 3 columns with 2 layers. Now to our first lesson. Our first lesson is about finding the volume of a given cube and rectangular prism using cubic centimeter and cubic meter. Study the problem. An aquarium has a length of 130 cm, a width of 70 cm, and a height of 100 cm. How much water is needed to fill the aquarium? Solution. Whenever you are asked to find the amount of space occupied by an object, you are finding its volume. To find the volume of an aquarium, multiply the length, the width, and the height. So the formula is volume equals length times width times height. The length of the aquarium is 130 cm. Its width is 70 cm. And its height is 100 cm. So 130 cm times 70 cm times 100 cm equals the volume. The answer is 910,000 cubic centimeter. It means the volume of the aquarium is 910,000 cubic centimeter. Study another example. What is the volume of a Rubik's cube with an edge of 7 cm? A cube is an example of a solid figure that is three-dimensional. All the faces of the cube are squares. Likewise, the length, width, and height are all equal. The sides of the squares are called edges. Edges of the cube, and is represented by E. Thus, the volume of a cube is E times E times E, or E cube. We can also use S for sides. S times S times S, or S cube. So here is the Rubik cube. Its edge is 7 cm. So we will use the formula volume equals edge times edge times edge, or edge cube. So the size of each edge is 7 cm. So we will substitute E to 7. So 7 cm times 7 cm times 7 cm, or 7 cm cube. 7 times 7 is 49 times 7 equals 343 cubic centimeter. So it means the volume of a Rubik's cube with an edge of 7 cm is 343 cubic centimeter. Please try this now. Find the volume of the following figure. The first figure is a cube with an edge of 9 cm. What is its volume? Correct. It is 729 cubic centimeter because 9 times 9 times 9 equals 729. Next, a rectangular prism with a length of 9 decimeter, 3 decimeter width, and 5 decimeter height. What is its volume? Correct. It is 135 cubic decimeter. 9 times 3 equals 27 times 5 equals 135. Our next lesson. It is estimating and using appropriate units of measure for volume. Read and study the situation. Alex has a Rubik's Cube. If he wants to know the volume of the cube, what shall he do? What is the appropriate unit of measure will he use? Imagine yourself measuring the dimensions of the Rubik's Cube with a tape measure. What is the approximate value you could get? Here is a Rubik's Cube, and imagine how long is a tape measure. Maybe you can get an approximate value of a very small number. Because a Rubik's Cube only measures more than 2 inches or 5.5 centimeter. Can you measure the dimensions of the same Rubik's Cube in feet or meters? Here is a Rubik's Cube and a ruler. A ruler or this ruler is equal to 1 foot, while more than 3 lengths of this ruler is equivalent to 1 meter. Now, can you measure the dimensions of the same Rubik's Cube in feet or meters? Very small numbers, like less than 1, are needed to express the dimensions of the Rubik's Cube in feet or meters. So, it is not possible to accurately measure the dimensions of the Rubik's Cube in feet or meters. Therefore, the appropriate unit of measure to describe the dimensions of the Rubik's Cube is inches or centimeters. The appropriate unit of measure for its volume is in cubic inches or cubic centimeter. Cubic centimeter can be used for the volume of smaller objects like paper clip backs, soap backs, Rubik's Cube, and others. On the other hand, cubic decimeter can be used for volume of big objects like refrigerator, bookshelves, office table, and others. While cubic meters can be used for the volume or capacity of larger objects or spaces like a bus, a room, a container van, and others. Now please try this. Give the appropriate unit of measure for volume of the following. Choose cubic centimeter, cubic decimeter, or cubic meter. Number 1. What is the appropriate unit of measure for the volume of lunch bags? Correct. Cubic centimeter. How about number 2? classroom. Very good. Cubic meter. Number 3, closet. Yes, it's cubic decimeter. Number 4, matchbox. Very good. It's cubic centimeter. Let's move now on the last lesson for week 3. Solving routine and non-routine problems involving volume of a cube and rectangular prism in real-life situations using appropriate strategies and tools. Here are the steps in solving routine problems. First, understand the problem. In understanding the problem, we have to know what is asked and what are given. Then, plan for the problem. In planning the problem, you have to determine the operation or formula to be used. Then, solve by showing the solution using the formula. Then check and look back. Review and check your answer. If your answers are correct, then state your complete answer. In solving non-routine problem, read and analyze the problem carefully. Tell what is asked and what are given. Then, use other strategies like drawing or making illustration. Working backward, using real-life objects, patterns, and others. Let us have now a sample routine problem. As part of the Gulayan sa Paaralan program, the grade 5 pupils of Ulo Integrated School planted vegetables. A rectangular pot measures 230 cm long, 150 cm wide, and 160 cm high. How much soil is needed to fill each rectangular pot? How are we going to solve the problem? First, let us understand the problem by knowing what is asked. What is asked in the problem? The amount of soil needed to fill each rectangular pot. What are given? The given in the problem are the measures of the rectangular pot, wherein its length is 230 cm, its width is 150 cm, and its height is 160 cm. Now, plan for the problem. What operations or formula are we going to use? We will use multiplication because we're going to have this formula: volume equals length times width times height. Then, solve the problem by showing the solution using the formula. So, the formula we are going to use is volume equals length times width times height. Substitute 230 cm for length, 150 for width, and 160 for height. So, volume equals 230 cm times 150 cm times 160 cm. The volume is equal to 5,520,000 cubic centimeter. Next step is check and look back. Check your answer. Is your solution correct? Did you use the correct operation? Did you use the correct formula? If your solution is correct, then state your answer. The amount of soil needed to fill each rectangular pot is 5,520,000 cubic centimeter. Let us have now a sample for non-routine problem. Lorna bakes and sells different kinds of cube cakes with an edge of 5 cm. How many cube cakes can she bake using a pan which measures 30 cm by 20 cm by 5 cm? Let us know what is asked in the problem. Ano bang tinatanong dyan? How many cube cakes can she bake using a pan which measures 30 cm by 20 cm by 5 cm? So, how many means it is asking for a number. So, the number of brownies she can bake using a pan which measures 30 cm by 20 cm by 5 cm. And what are given? So, for the given, we have for cube cake with 5 cm edge and a pan of 30 cm by 20 cm by 5 cm. Now, how are we going to solve this? First, let us visualize the pan. So, here is the pan. It has a dimension of 30 by 20 by 5. And a cake with an edge of 5 cm. A cube cake with an edge of 5 cm. Next, let us divide the dimensions of a pan by 5 because the edges of a cube cake is 5 cm. So here is the pan. Since all the dimensions of a pan are divisible by 5, we can divide them by 5 to know how many rows of cube cake can we put on the pan and how many columns and how many layers. So 20 divided by 5 equals 4. So we can put 4 columns of cube cakes on the pan. 30 divided by 5 equals 6. So we can put 6 rows of cube cakes on the pan. And 5 divided by 5 equals 1 layer. Only 1 layer of cube cakes we can put on the pan. So we have 4 columns of 6 rows of 1 layer. So 4 times 6 times 1 equals 24 cube cakes. So the answer, Lorna can bake 24 cube cakes using a pan which measures 30 cm by 20 cm by 5 cm. That's all. Thanks for watching and listening. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to message at FB page of Math Team, Mathematics Teachers Association of Mandaluyong, or ask your math teacher. Again, this is Mrs. Janet Manuel from Hulo Integrated School saying, Math-sayang Math-aral, tayo ng Math-tuto.